Our lives are filled with so many ups and downs. Sometimes you will feel like it is extremely difficult to survive. You might have thought at that time how beautiful it would be if you could live your life like a movie you always enjoy watching. Is it possible to live your life like that? This video will give an answer to it. What is the relation between Japanese novels and talking cats? This is one of the first things that will come to our mind when we hear about this book. I think the Japanese novels, including almost all of Haruki Murakami's books, have portrayed cats in the best way possible and showed the beautiful relationship between cats and humans. What will you do if the devil comes to you making an offer when you are busy preparing a list of things to do before you die after you come to know about your terminal illness? The devil says that he will grant one extra day of life in exchange for making one thing disappear from this world. Does this offer appear to be a tricky one for the protagonist? Will he accept this request? What will happen to his health? The author tries to give answers to these through this novel. Reading about the bond between the protagonist and his cat, Cabbage, will give you a sublime reading experience. 5 lessons I learned from this book. 1. What is the biggest problem with human beings' expectations? 2. Why are most book lovers also cat lovers? 3. How can some people face any obstacle in their lives while others get bogged down by even a minor setback in their lives? 4. How can you look at your life like a movie and decide whether it is a tragedy or a comedy? The famous comedian and actor Charlie Chaplin once said that. Life is a tragedy when seen in close-up, but a comedy in long shot. Similarly, instead of nitpicking and zooming in on the negatives in our lives, if we focus on the positives more, we will be able to live our lives like a movie that we always enjoy watching. 5. What do bucket lists teach us about a human being? My favorite 3 lines from this book. In order to gain something, you have to lose something. I don't know whether I'm happy or unhappy, but there's one thing I do know. You can convince yourself to be happy or unhappy. It just depends on how you choose to see things. I scooped the cat up and snuggled him against my chest for comfort. He was warm and soft, a smooth, fluffy ball of fur in my arms. I'd cuddled up with the little guy countless times over the years without thinking much about it, but now for the first time ever, it occurred to me that maybe this little act of comfort was what life was all about. What could have been better? Many themes are discussed in this book. Most of them are interesting, and the readers will find them exciting to read. I wish that the author chose to discuss at least one theme in depth instead of going superficially through all the themes. Some readers might find the language, English translation, too austere for their liking. Rating 4 out of 5. This book will entertain you and make you contemplate a lot about your life from various angles. If you are an Europhile, this is one of those books that you should never miss.